right now what we're seeing is that agents that use video to market listings don't necessarily sell the home faster, but they do obtain more listings. It helps differentiate themselves as a local expert in the marketplace and utilizing the most cutting-edge tools. A recent Realtor.com report said that 70% of home sellers prefer to list with an agent that utilizes video, yet only 0.5% of agents actually use video in their marketing. So video gets listings. Welcome Matt just released a report that said that most agents don't do it because of cost. And we all know that if you want something done well, it usually costs money. So if you want to do it yourself, here's how you do it. First, you need to write a good script. All videos are based on a script. The script is the outline, it's the storyboard of how you're going to shoot the video. You shoot after you write the script based on what the script says. A lot of people do it the other way around. That's incorrect. You need the necessary equipment. It doesn't have to be necessarily in HD, but you can also, if you're going to do standard definition instead of high definition, then make sure you're transitioning your camera to a 16:9 setting, which is widescreen, versus 4:3, which is the old school box TV set. You need to have a fluid head tripod. When you're panning and tilting of any room, it needs to be nice and fluid and not jerky, which is what you get when it's not a fluid head. You need to not walk with the camera. Avoid all walking, otherwise you're going to have a reenactment of the Blair Witch Project. You need to make sure that you have good lighting. Good lighting comes in the form of, let's say, 2 umbrella lights or 1 umbrella light that you can take with you. It's not very hard to move around the property. You set it behind the video camera or to the side of the video camera and make sure the nice soft light is illuminating the room without casting any harsh shadows. And obviously make sure you have HD tapes or HDV tapes, more like it, if you're using an HD camera, or mini DV, either one will work. And make sure that before you even shoot the property, you go through and do some prep work. That includes turning on every light in the home, which helps illuminate the dark corners and the shadows. Make sure that the grass outside is cut and nicely trimmed, the landscaping is kept up. That's part of your whole exterior prep. As far as the inside goes, make sure the pillows are nicely placed on the couches. Make sure that no dishes are left scattered about and the junk and clutter is put away where it needs to be. When you're panning, make sure you're going left to right and then right to left very smoothly and slowly. Usually a pan of a room should take anywhere from 6 to 8 seconds. Once you go from each corner, opposing corners of the room to make sure you get multiple angles, then you also need to do tilts. You need to go ceiling to floor, also taking about 6 to 7 seconds. In addition to getting the pans and tilts of each room, you also want to get detail shots. Whether it's a fireplace in the corner that might have been back in the distance or a new crown molding fixture in the other corner. What you want to do is get a broad shot first and then focus in on the details of the room second. Remember that a video screen on the internet is usually pretty small, so bigger is better. The more you can show up front, taking up the full screen and not crammed way down into the corner, it's going to catch more attention. One of the biggest things that we're seeing right now is a trend towards seeing a community in a video tour of a home. And the reason for that is because most people want to know where they're going to live before they figure out what they're going to move into. So make sure you're incorporating the lifestyle as well as the property itself. When you focus on the local community, make sure you're focusing on things like the schools, the restaurants, the entertainment, where people are going to be spending the majority of their time when they're not in their home, the shopping complexes. Second, you need to focus on the kitchen, the master suite, and the bathroom. Always incorporating artistic elements, whether it's let's say a rack focus, which is when you put an object in front of the camera and then slowly focus on it versus what's in the background. Or a snap zoom, which is getting a little bit more creative and edgy with the video. Finishing touches that you might be able to do through editing are also something that might edge out the video a bit more versus what you see with your competitor. Shoot the entire video outside during golden hour, which is the first hour of sun up and the last hour going with the sun down. That has the best soft element to it and glow to the video. It makes it almost look like film. Add music, something maybe a little bit more edgy, not necessarily something that's going to put you to sleep unless it's more of an elegant type home. Use techniques like cutting your shots to the sound or beat of the music. For example, if you're showing something and cutting it up real quick and making it like an edgy clip by clip by clip by clip, but the soundtrack underneath it is classical music, then it's not going to go together. If you cut it together with jazz and every time the drum beats, you click with a different scene, then it's going to flow in a much more systematic effort. When you narrate, make sure you're narrating what is actually going on when you're showing it. Don't be narrating about the living room while you're showing the kitchen. If you want to narrate it to save money, that's great. You can do so on your computer most of the time. But if you also want to hire a professional narration service, you can also do that. The extra money of hiring a professional narrator might be well worth it in the long run to put that extra edge onto your video. Hopefully these tips have helped you get an idea of what it would take to create a good video tour. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Again, I'm Steven Schweiker with the V-Screen Vlog. Until next time, good luck.